Did Gervonta Davis duck Vasily Lomachenko? Before Vasily Lomachenko ducked Gervonta Davis, inquiring minds want to know. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. We live in the world of the yo-yo, where people's opinion on one day, everybody will know full well what they just witnessed, where Gervonta Davis was slipped by Vasily Lomachenko, who said that he does not want to fight for the rest of this year. However, don't let that reality get in the way of people that immediately spin back around and ask the question, well, did Gervonta Davis really duck him first? Really? Let's talk about the answer to that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division, or should I say, we're going to be in the 130-pound division, where people are out here trying to lay a case on Gervonta Davis once again. In this case, probably trying to, what can you say? How can you say this? Play both sides. Try to play both sides of an argument and say, yeah, we know Gervonta Davis just got ducked by Vasily Lomachenko. But hey, don't really blame Vasily too much, because it was Gervonta that ducked originally. Only problem, no, that never happened. These are not like situations. But let's get into it. But before we do, let's do a little bit of a reminder. Please listen here.
But what are your thoughts on Gervonta Davis and a possible matchup? Because many people
ask Floyd Mayweather. He said the kid isn't ready yet for the fight. Floyd Mayweather is his promoter. Floyd Mayweather, of anybody, Jr., knows about boxing. The question of whether Gervonta Davis is ready to fight a master like Loma should be put to Floyd Mayweather Jr. Let him answer that question. But don't ask stupid stuff about Gervonta Davis when his promoter says he's not ready.
But you know, I think Gervonta Davis, he's best of the best fighter in Twitter.
As you can see in this tape, these conversations have been going on where Vasily Lomachenko has been saying no to Gervonta Davis for 5 years. 5 years. Since before Gervonta Davis moved up to 135 pounds. Please note that the only person that is on record saying, hey, we're not in a big rush to fight Vasily Lomachenko right now. We can take our time. The only person that is on record saying that is Floyd Mayweather Jr. So just because Floyd Mayweather Jr. says we're in no rush, does that mean that Gervonta Davis ducked Vasily Lomachenko? Absolutely, positively, of course not. Because Gervonta Davis is one person and Floyd Mayweather Jr. is another person. And Gervonta Davis can only fight if you have a promoter, the person that the promoter puts in front of you, because you have a partnership with that promoter. However, please understand that Vasily Lomachenko never tried to negotiate with Floyd Mayweather Jr. or Bob Arum never tried to negotiate with Floyd Mayweather Jr. for a fight. That these are just questions being asked of Gervonta Davis and Floyd Mayweather Jr. in a crowd of reporters. It is nothing similar to what took place with Vasily Lomachenko and Gervonta Davis over the course of the last week. What do I mean by that? And use your brain. Gervonta Davis himself did not shut down a negotiation that was being made by Floyd Mayweather Jr. while he was talking to Bob Arum and trying to make a fight. They did not have an offer on the table, start talking about time frames, tell the world we are trying to make this fight. We are actively in negotiations. Contradict something that Gervonta Davis's team said, saying, hey, man, these guys are going to pass on the fight. Come back and say, no, we're still in the negotiations. We're still trying to get that made. In order for me or reasonable people to have said Vasily Lomachenko ducked Gervonta Davis, that's what it had to get to. It had to get to where there was an actual offer on the table, actual conversations being made, and for the fighter himself to intervene in the negotiations and say, stop it, I'm not fighting for the rest of the year. Now, that's what it takes to make Gervonta Davis get ducked by Lomachenko. Absolute blatant, in your face, nobody can deny it. 100% duck has to take place. But in order for Gervonta Davis to have ducked Vasily Lomachenko, there's nowhere near the standard needed. Nowhere near that. All Tank has to do to duck somebody is have his promoter ask a question for a reporter the way the reporter doesn't like it. To say something like, hey, man, we're not in a rush. Gervonta Davis has got time to develop his career. Vasily Lomachenko got to fight soon because Vasily Lomachenko is an older fighter. We're not in any real rush for that fight. Now, that is Floyd's opinion. Gervonta, having been asked multiple times himself, said, yeah, I want to fight the guy. Yeah, I want to fight the guy. But again, note the difference in the situations. One, it's the promoter saying, nah, we're not really interested. I'm not, as a promoter, interested in this. We can take our time. Somebody that Gervonta Davis needs to make the fight. However, at the same time, the other opponent was not in the conversation. It was not like Vasily Lomachenko was out there saying, I want to fight Gervonta, give me Gervonta. I want Gervonta, give me Gervonta. It was not like Bob Arum was like, give me Gervonta, give me Gervonta, give me Gervonta. No, what Bob Arum was saying is, hey, listen to Floyd. Floyd isn't really pressing the fight, and so, go talk to him. Why you bothering me about a fight with Gervonta? Bob Arum was actually himself also pouring water on the fight. He just didn't do it directly. He just did it via Floyd. But neither one of Bob Arum or Floyd Mayweather Jr. is Gervonta Davis. But now that Gervonta Davis is not with Floyd, as soon as he's not with Floyd, the conversation turns into I want Shakur. I want Vasily and I want Shakur. Now, what happens when Gervonta Davis starts pressing it? Vasily says, I'm not interested. He goes back to the same thing he's been saying for the last 5 years. I'm not interested. He said he wasn't interested 5 years ago. He's not motivated 5 years ago, and he's not motivated now. Do you think 5 years ago he wasn't motivated, but 6 years ago he was? Come on, man. It's about time we start being fair to Gervonta Davis and not try to do these. Let's just have an argument for the sake of argument. And let's just, these guys are equal. No, they're not. If you are offered a fight, just like with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, the only person between the two of those guys to actually turn down a fight was Terrence Crawford. He was the one that said, nah, table this. I'm going to fight David Avenetian. You've never seen Errol Spence walk away from the table with Errol Spence. Similarly, you've never seen Gervonta Davis walk away from the table with Vasily Lomachenko. The only person you've seen walk away from an actual conversation going on behind the scenes about making a fight was Vasily. And the only person that should be categorized as a duck is Vasily, period. And if you want to say that Vasily's not ducking, give Vasily a little time. He still wants to fight next year because, that is what Bob Arum said. Bob Arum said he didn't say that he was ready, but he basically said, look, man, that he wasn't ready. And that was the first time that he'd heard from him about it. But still, man, any way it goes, look, man, any way it goes, Man, put the blame on Vasily Lomachenko for this fight not getting made. You're not going to blame, if you won't blame Vasily Lomachenko for saying, nah, I don't want to fight you now at 135 because, where were you wanting to fight me at 130? You didn't call that a duck because he said something in the press. Why are you saying it's a duck for Gervonta? Because Floyd says it in the press. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. And this shit is ridiculous in my opinion. Please let me know how you think about this subject in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.